Hey everyone, my name is Dominic Brisson, and with my mentees Michael O'Donnell and Kevin Igo, today we will be pitching Hillenbrand, ticker HI, with a recommendation of buy and a price target of $61.34 per share, representing potential upside against the current share price of $44.68 per share, up 37.3%. Hillenbrand is an industrial company that develops machinery for plastic fabrication and manufactures burial products. Hillenbrand operates through three segments: Advanced Process Solutions, 48.8% of fiscal year 20 revenue, Molding Technology Solutions, which represented 29.2% of fiscal year 20 revenue, and Batesville, which represented 22%. The Advanced Process Solutions segment develops compounding, extrusion, material handling, screening, and separating machinery for customers in plastics and other industries. The Molding Technology Solutions segment develops plastic injection molding and extrusion machinery, hot runner systems, and mold bases for customers in industries such as automotive, consumer goods, packaging, and electronics. The Batesville segment operates in the death care space, manufacturing burial caskets and cremation solutions. Hillenbrand generated 48.3% of fiscal year 20 revenues in the United States, 12.4% in China, 6.3% in Germany, and 4.7% in India. Hillenbrand was founded in 2008 and is headquartered in Batesville, Indiana. Hillenbrand has a long history operating Batesville, dating back over 100 years. Over the last century, Batesville has grown into the dominant coffin and casket manufacturer in the United States. In the 1920s, Hillenbrand used excess cash flow to diversify into other segments, most notably into hospital furniture with Hillenbrand. In 2008, Hillenbrand officially separated Batesville from Hillenbrand and as a result formed two separate public companies. After the separation, Hillenbrand used the cash flow from Batesville to begin expanding into other businesses via acquisitions. Since 2010, Hillenbrand has made 6 acquisitions to diversify their revenue away from death care. During that time, they acquired 2 industrial machinery companies that build equipment for plastics fabrication, Coperion in fiscal year 2014 and Milacron in fiscal year 2020. After the last acquisition, Milacron, in fiscal year 20, Hillenbrand sought to narrow its strategic focus to Batesville and the plastics fabrication value chain. As a consequence, Hillenbrand divested Simcool, a fluid technologies firm which was a subsidiary of Milacron in fiscal year 20, 2 businesses, Red Valve and Able Pumps, in Q1 and Q2 of 2021, and they just recently divested TerraSource Global this October. With cash generated from the retained operations and divestitures, Hillenbrand successfully paid down debt and decreased leverage from 3.8 times net debt to EBITDA to 1.4 over the course of 6 quarters, which reduced the company's overall risk profile. In addition, as of fiscal year 21, Hillenbrand has raised its dividends 13 consecutive years, bringing them ever closer to reaching aristocrat status. Now looking ahead, Hillenbrand's Advanced Process Solutions segment is positioned to benefit from growth in the plastic compounding and extrusion machinery industry that is estimated to grow at a 6% CAGR through fiscal year 2025. In Molding Technology Solutions, Hillenbrand stands to benefit from growth in the plastic processing industry and will continue realizing acquisition integration cost synergies through fiscal year 2022. With Batesville, Hillenbrand has a cash-generating machine, providing stability to the enterprise across all economic cycles, increasing Hillenbrand's financial flexibility. Due to anticipated growth across industries served in Advanced Process Solutions and Molding Technology Solutions, integration cost savings from Milacron, and the stable cash flow generation from Batesville, it is recommended Hillenbrand be added to the AIM Small Cap Fund with a price target of $61.34 per share, representing 37.3% upside. Over the past year, Hillenbrand shifted the strategic focus of its Advanced Process Solutions segment through divestitures to better serve the plastics compounding and extruding machinery industry. To achieve this, Hillenbrand divested its valve business for a combined $166 million through Q2 2021 to deleverage, and they recently just finished divesting TerraSource for $25.6 million this October. Further evidence of the greater focus on plastics machinery is driven by the incoming CEO, Kim Ryan, having previously led the Coperion business, which represents most of the Advanced Process Solutions segment over the past 5 years. Excluding the 2 divested flow control companies and TerraSource Global, over the past 4 years, Advanced Process Solutions grew revenues at a 6.9% CAGR. Post-divestitures, Advanced Process Solutions is better positioned to benefit from the plastic extrusion and compounding machinery industry's projected 6% CAGR revenue growth through 2026, which will improve Hillenbrand's top line. In Q1 of Hillenbrand's fiscal year 20, they acquired Milacron Holdings, which now represents Hillenbrand's Molding Technology Solutions segment, for $2 billion to increase machinery offerings in plastics. Through the acquisition, Hillenbrand originally estimated $50 million in cost synergies through fiscal year 2022. However, due to greater than anticipated synergies, in Q3 of fiscal year 20, Hillenbrand's management raised this target by 50% to $75 million. To achieve these additional savings, Hillenbrand intends to scale Milacron's back office and further enhance the acquired entity's supply chain. By year-end fiscal year 2021, Hillenbrand will have realized the initial $50 million in cost synergies, and in fiscal year 2022, they stand to benefit from the additional $25 million. Milacron primarily operates in the plastic processing machinery industry, which is a $30 billion global market estimated to grow at a 5% CAGR through 2026, which will further boost Hillenbrand's top-line growth. Batesville has been key to Hillenbrand's strategy, providing financial stability across business cycles. Over the last decade, Batesville generated $1 billion in cumulative free cash flow, helping Hillenbrand to be less reliant on financing when pursuing acquisitions and better enable them to quickly pay down debt when incurred. Today, Batesville is the leader in the domestic casket and coffin manufacturing industry with leading market share of 43%, which is more than double their next closest competitor. Through 9 months ended fiscal year 2021, due to the pandemic, Batesville's revenues were up 15.5% year over year. As a result, Batesville will likely experience a sales pullback in fiscal year 2022 due to fewer COVID deaths. Nevertheless, as the industry leader, Batesville is positioned well to grow with the coffin and casket manufacturing industry's 0.8% CAGR revenue growth through 2025. To reach an intrinsic value for Hillenbrand, a 5-year DCF model was constructed. Using a terminal growth rate of 1.25% and a WACC of 7.39%, calculates an intrinsic value of $60.99 per share. Sensitivity analysis based on plus or minus 100 bips on the WACC and plus or minus 50 bips on the terminal growth rate resulted in an valuation range of $48.96 per share to $81.96 per share. Using a weighted average fiscal year 21 PE multiple of 16.14 led to an intrinsic value of $55.35 per share. An EV to EBITDA multiple valuation was also calculated using a weighted average fiscal year 21 multiple of 10.67, which resulted in an intrinsic value of $69.39 per share. By weighting the three models 75, 12, 5, 12, 5, a price target of $61.34 per share was reached, representing upside of 37.3%.
Okay, so now we're going to cover our risk, and for our first risk, it's raw materials costs. Hillenbrand's Advanced Process Solutions and Molding Technology segments primarily use sheet metal and steel as inputs, and Batesville utilizes stainless steel, copper, and bronze in their burial products. Further fluctuations in the prices of key raw materials may negatively impact Hillenbrand's profitability. And for our second risk, it's goodwill impairment. In the fiscal year of 2020, due to COVID-19 and classifying assets as held for sale, Hillenbrand incurred $89.3 million in goodwill impairment related to charges in their Advanced Process Solutions reportable segment. Management noted that goodwill in the other segment, Molding Technology Solutions, is 9.5% above carrying value, and if valuation assumptions were to change, this could impact profitability through impairment.
And now our third risk, supplier disruptions. In Q3 21, Hillenbrand's management said they anticipate supplier disruptions related to the chip shortage impacting the company's ability to ship injection molding machines. If the chip shortage persists, this could negatively affect Hillenbrand's top-line revenue. And now we'll cover management. This past June, Hillenbrand announced the planned retirement of Joe Raver, CEO since 2013. Kim Ryan will succeed him in January 2022. Ms. Ryan has 33 years of experience with Hillenbrand and Hillrom, and since 2015, Ms. Ryan has served as president of Coperion, Hillenbrand's largest business. Under Ms. Ryan's leadership, Coperion achieved significant revenue and profitability expansion. Christina Cerniglia has served as Hillenbrand's CFO since 2014, and she previously held accounting and finance roles at Stanley Black & Decker and Pratt & Whitney.
Since becoming its own entity in 2008, Hillenbrand has been making strategic acquisitions to increase their revenue exposure to higher growth markets outside of death care, and as we've seen, primarily in plastics machinery. Through the Milacron acquisition, the company remains well positioned to benefit from near-term acquisition cost synergies, as well as higher growth in the plastic processing machinery industry. With Batesville, Hillenbrand has a cash cow that dramatically increases their financial flexibility and provides stability across cycles. We want to thank you for listening to our presentation, and we look forward to answering your questions during the D2L Q&A and the Q&A in person on Friday. Thank you.